your crop. Some people interpret this to be the first paycheck of the month, the whole paycheck. Some people it's a quarter. Some people it may be $10,000. Okay, let's go to Judges, 6th chapter. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus. It's right in the beginning, close to the early on.
Joshua, Judges.
Judges 6. This is going to be a series of verses. This will take a few minutes. I'm just going to read it.
Six what?
Oh, 11. Verse 11. Judges 6, verse 11. This is a good story. Everybody has it. Would everybody like to read a verse and as you go around? If you're uncomfortable reading, your print's too small and you don't have your glasses, you can borrow mine. Here. Mine will probably make you blind. No, it wouldn't really. We'll start here and just go that way. Go to my left, all the way around. Verna, would you read the first verse? I don't know what translation you have, but it doesn't matter.
It says, now the angel of the Lord came and sat under the terebinth?
The oak tree, Oprah's
okay,
oak
says
tree.
oak, okay,
Oprah
well this one
Winfrey.
says terebinth or something like that,
Terebinth, yeah.
which was in Ophrah, which belonged to Joash.
You see why I gave somebody else this one?
Well, his
okay, now I get to where his son Gideon. All right, now we'll travel.
Gideon threshed wheat in the wine press in order to hide it from the Midianites.
Okay, 12.
And the angel of the Lord appeared to him and said to him, the Lord is with you, mighty man of valor.
13.
And Gideon said unto him, O my Lord, if the Lord be with us, why then is all this befallen us? And where is all his miracles which our fathers told us, saying, did not the Lord bring us up from Egypt? But now the Lord has forsaken us and delivered us to the hands of the Midianites.
Then the Lord turned to him and said, go in this might of yours, and you shall save Israel from the hand of the Midianites. Have I not sent you?
And he said to him, pray, Lord, how can I deliver Israel? Behold, my clan is the weakest in Manasseh, and I am the least in my family.
The Lord answered, I will be with you, and you will strike down all the Midianites together.
Right, 17.
And he said unto him, if now I have found grace in thy sight, then show me a sign that thou talkest with me.
Depart not hence, I pray thee, until I come unto thee and bring forth my presence, and set it before thee. And he said, I will tarry until thou come again.
And Gideon went in, prepared a young goat, and from the ephah of flour he made bread without yeast. See, this is a Passover thing that he is doing. He made it without yeast. Putting the meat in a basket and its broth in a pot. He brought them out and offered them to him under the oak. Read it here, baby. This letter's not nice. Take it.
No, these are quite small. Brent.
20.
The angel of God said to him, take the meat and the unleavened bread, place them on the rock, and pour out the broth. And Gideon did so.
Okay.
Oh, we keep going.
21.
The angel of the Lord put out the end of the staff that was in his hand.
Verse 21.
Yeah.
I'm reading
Oh,
it.
okay, go ahead. Good.
You want me to start over?
Yeah, go ahead.
21.
Yeah.
The angel of the Lord put out the end of the staff that was in his hand, and
Yeah.
touched the meat and the unleavened bread, and fire rose out of the rock, and consumed the meat and the unleavened bread, and the angel of the Lord departed out of his sight.
And when Gideon perceived that he was an angel of the Lord, Gideon said, alas, O Lord God, for because I have seen an angel of the Lord face to face.
Lord said to him, Peace be with you, do not fear, you shall not die.
Okay, what we're going to get out of this is that Gideon had an angel appear to him, and he prepared a gift. He prepared a meal, and it was a Passover meal that only used unleavened bread at Passover. And so this is the key to this, that he used unleavened bread to make this meal for him in this Passover dinner. Okay, now, I'm going to do some reading. Not much reading, but you take down scriptures this time, because we're not going to have time to look all these up. Okay. Now, I told you early, angels are so major. Major. They're everywhere. God's angels are. Okay, according to Genesis 32 and 2, you may want to just write these scriptures down and look at them, study them later. Tells us that angels are numerous, that they are massive in number. Exodus 3 and 2 tells us that angels are associated with visions of God. Job 38 and 7 says that angels were created before humans. They were created before humans. Psalms 80 and 1 and Isaiah 6 and 2. Psalms 80, the first verse. Isaiah 6 and 2 tells us that there are different classifications of angels. There's strong ones, there's weaker ones. There are those that are put out to do war. There are those that take on massive legions of demons. There's others who have to go get help. All right. Isaiah 14 and 12. And Luke 10 and 18. Tells us that Satan was created as a beautiful angel of light who rebelled against God. Okay, Matthew 22 and 30 tells us that angels are spiritual beings. Luke 2:13, Hebrews 1 and 6 tells us that angels worshipped when Jesus came into the world. Acts 15 and 10 tells us that angels are joyful about and fascinated by the salvation that God provided for the fallen human race. That also is 1 Peter 1 and 12. Hebrews 13 and 2. Believers are urged to be hospitable, for some have entertained angels without even realizing it. Genesis, the 19th chapter. God's angels protected Lot. Genesis 21. God's angels delivered Hagar and Ishmael.
Where did you say that was again?
Genesis 21.
Okay.
Genesis 24 and 7. Angels guided Abraham's servant. You can't really have time to write all the little statements out, just the scriptures, unless you go really fast. Genesis 31. God's angels protected Jacob from Laban. Genesis 48:16, God protected Jacob all of his life. Numbers 14:14, and Nehemiah 9:12 tells how the angels guided the Israelites. Exodus 14:19, God's angel protected Israel from the Egyptian army. Exodus 23:20, 32 and 34, 32nd chapter, 34th verse, still in Exodus. And the same in Judges 2:1. In these three sections, angels guided Israel throughout the Exodus. Numbers 20:16, God's angels brought Israel from slavery to the edge of the promised land. Judges 2:1, God's angel brought Israel to the promised land. Judges 13, verse 8 and 9, God's angel guided the parents of Samson. 2 Kings 1:15, God's angel guided Elijah.
Repeat that again.
That is
The scripture.
2 Kings 1:15. Second Kings 19:35. God's angel protected Jerusalem from an invading army. I just want you to know how the angels work, so that you can count on an angel, a new angel, being assigned to you at Passover next Monday night. Daniel 3. An angel protected Shadrach, Meshach,